rebel angels who rebelled against God took human women as wives.
People just don't wake up one morning and go, I think I'm going to leave this out of the Bible or this truth out because I can't spell the word Nephilim.
All these efforts to alter humanity itself and make us human 2.0, homo novus.
So is it the spirit of the Nephilim that's re-entered humanity?
Scripture, angels and demons are different classes of beings. Angels always have to be addressed with respect, even fallen angels.
So when they died, their spirits went back into wherever dark spirits go. Now they've come back to possess again. Hey everybody, David here. Welcome to David Heavener TV. To my right, I have a special guest, Mr. Ryan Pitterson. Hey Ryan, how are you?
I'm doing great, David. It's a pleasure to sit down with you.
Thank you. Ryan has something that he's going to share with you. Let me just get right to the point. As in the days of Noah, the flood, it is not what we think. It's not what we think it was. God's reason for bringing the flood is not what we teach our kids in Sunday school. What say you?
I said it's correct. I say that, what's commonly taught in Sunday schools is that humanity was sinning and behaving badly and being really violent, and God brought a flood, and to punish the whole world. I mean, you think about how cataclysmic the flood was, that the entire global population was killed, worldwide save 8 people. It really makes you question, if you look into Scripture and know the nature of God, would God really do that just because humanity was behaving badly? Humanity has behaved badly and rebelled against God for millennia, including today. And so there was a much more sinister reason. Yep, go ahead.
So Ryan, are you telling me that what they've been teaching in Sunday school all these years about because man was just living badly, flesh was corrupted, that God said, no, I'm sorry, I made them, created them, I'm going to start all over again. What you're saying is maybe part of that's true, but that's just part of the story, right? You're going to tell us the rest of the story.
Exactly. That is just part of the story. And the rest of the story is when you go to the beginning of Genesis chapter 6 and you hear the explanation that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and took wives of them all they chose. That's Genesis 6 verse 4, and that's the pivotal verse to understanding the true meaning of the flood, and that the sons of God were in fact angels, rebel angels who rebelled against God, took human women as wives, and their offspring were the Nephilim giants.
Okay, so these were angels that came from heaven. They rebelled against God. They were the sons of God, and they took the women on earth and they had sex with the women on earth, and their offspring were giants, Nephilim?
Exactly, yes. This is about illicit sexual relations between angels and human women.
Wow. So you've got the judgment of the Nephilim. What is the judgment of the Nephilim?
Yeah, sure. And the judgment of the Nephilim is the flood, and that much more than just being a punishment on sinful humanity. Okay. The judgment of the Nephilim was an effort to, what the byproduct of this Nephilim hybrid birth that was taking place is that the human genome, humanity itself, was being corrupted. And why does that matter? Why would Satan do that? It's because the devil knew from Genesis chapter 3, God told the devil, you're going to be destroyed, not by a lightning strike from heaven, not by a legion of angels, but by a child, a human child, born of woman, the seed of the woman.
So you're saying that God had to destroy mankind because the soil of the earth, mankind, was not fertile enough to bring in the Son of God. He had to destroy it, start all over again.
Exactly. Had activity, had that continued, we'd be wiped out as a race, meaning the human race.
So why, Ryan, do churches not talk about this Nephilim, about the giants, about the angels having sex with the women here on earth? I mean, maybe some do, but I never heard it much. Why don't they talk about it?
Yeah, I think it really goes back to, unfortunately, a lot of the seminary education today, that when pastors are being trained, there's no emphasis on the supernatural, even though the Bible's a supernatural book.
Right, exactly, but there's got to be a reason. See, I'm the type of person, I keep asking questions until I can find some kind of answer.
Yeah.
people just don't wake up one morning and go, I think I'm going to leave this out of the Bible or this truth out because I can't spell the word Nephilim. I don't think they do that. There's always an agenda, Ryan.
Yeah.
You know, there's always, first of all, Satan works his way into systems,
Yes.
which I think he has worked his way into the system, the religious system.
Yes.
And I said religious, not
Right.
relationship.
That's right.
And he said, I don't want the people to know the truth. You know, and it could be that some, Sunday school teachers don't want to talk to kids about giants being born from angels that had sex with women. I can understand the nature of that, but you can't hide the truth. So, next question. Jesus said in Matthew 24, as in the days of Noah. As in the days of Noah. What you said brings a new light, at least in my mind, of what that may mean as in the days of Noah when Jesus was talking. Do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, you see that Satan wanted to corrupt humanity, make us other than the image bearers of God that made us so unique in creation in the days of Noah by this sin of this illicit relation with the Nephilim.
Okay.
And so today you see efforts like transhumanism, gene splicing, CRISPR, all these efforts to alter humanity itself and make us human 2.0, homo novus.
Wow.
It's bringing us back to those days.
Oh my goodness. So basically, there could be Nephilim walking the face of the earth today because they would be generations and generations and generations. The DNA of the Nephilim, or were they all destroyed in the flood? That's my question. In other words, was it completely ended then? Noah built the ark, it was over? Or, because, okay, let me take you back to this, Ryan. If it was a spiritual thing, and the angels were rebelling, coming down, having sex with the women, offspring was Nephilim, that's a spiritual thing. Jesus said, as in the days of Noah, well, now we're in the days of Noah again. So evidently that same evil has come into mankind.
Right.
So is it the spirit of the Nephilim that's re-entered humanity?
Yeah, absolutely. And the way that's happening is through demonic infiltration. In the Bible is very clear that angels, when you study scripture, angels and demons are different classes of beings. Angels always have to be addressed with respect, even fallen angels. Reading Jude, it said that when Michael the archangel was contending with Satan for the body of Moses, that he didn't even address him directly. He said, the Lord rebuked you.
That's right.
Whereas demons, human beings can call them filthy, unclean,
Right.
and can just order them around. And so
Right.
I believe the demons are the spirit of those dead Nephilim. And now they're wreaking havoc in the hearts and minds of people. They are leading us into deception.
So today, you believe that the spirits are the ancestors, the same spirits of the dead Nephilim?
Yes.
That when they died, their spirits went back into wherever dark spirits go. Now they've come back to possess again. As in the days of Noah. Ryan, you've got a new book. It's called Judgment of the Nephilim. Do you want to tell everybody how to get in touch with you?
Absolutely. So you can go to judgmentofthenephilim.com, and I know you can hold it. It's Nephilim. You can also find the book on Amazon. You can put in my name, Ryan Pitterson, or Judgment of the Nephilim, and my Facebook as well, or Instagram, or Judgment of the Nephilim, one word as well.
Okay. When we come back, I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you, is there Nephilim around us? Could there be a next door neighbor who's a Nephilim? Could a young girl out there be dating a Nephilim? When we come back.